everyone, this is Elizabeth from Organized Chaos, and I am back answering some more questions. This week I'm answering some planner related questions, which of course makes me very, very happy. And this question was a really easy one. I was asked to do a flip through of my planner as it stands now since the school year has started. So I'm going to do that really quick. Obviously, there are a few things that I can't show you because of the personal information, but I'll show you as much as I can. And keep in mind, we just finished the second week of October, and I started classes for school the last week of August. So that's where we are. Inside the front little pocket here, I have my monthly plans for each grade. These have been absolutely amazing. It makes my lesson planning from week to week so awesome. You can find these in my store if you're interested, by month and by grade. It's just a monthly bank of lessons I want to teach, depending on what skills I'm covering. And then I even have like a sequence of how I might do it, although every year that kind of changes. I got a few other little party invites and stuff to deal with there. This pocket, I keep stamps, blank cards, address labels, and a pen. I love these erasable fine tip Frixion pens. I use them in my planner all the time. This is a little clear cover that keeps my pages from getting bent and stuff. And this is a cover which I sent out in my newsletter in August or September, I think, to my newsletter subscribers. And then I've got the calendars for kind of the year at a glance. I tape my actual class schedule in so that if it changes, which it often does, I can put a new one in. And then this tab is for my curriculum. And I have for each grade my sequence for when I teach what skills and concepts. And then on the back for each grade, I have kind of an overview. This is based on the National Core Arts Standards of what I teach in each grade. So I have one for each of those grades for kindergarten through 6th grade. And then I have this one, which I use for chorus. And clearly I have not filled this out yet. I just started. I've had 2 or 3 rehearsals with each of my choirs now this school year after having auditions and signups and all that. So I'm now at the point where I'm pretty set on what I'm doing for the concert and when the concerts are going to be. So I can go in and kind of backwards plan when I need to have everything done by and stuff like that. So I'll fill that in. Then I have my monthly calendars. This is a little dashboard that I made. There's a tutorial on my blog. I have flags and then longer list pad, which I use for grocery lists and stuff on the back. And then this is obviously the current month, so the rest are not filled in yet. These are my weekly planner spreads that I used over this past summer vacation. Every year I say I'm going to take them out at the end of summer to get rid of some bulk. And every year it takes me forever to actually do that because, I have so much more space and flexibility with how I use stickers and washi tape and all these different things that I normally don't have the space to do because there's so much information. But in the summer, there's not as much stuff for me to keep track of. So they look so pretty that I have a hard time taking them out. So they're still in here. And then I get into my regular weekly spreads for the school year with my lesson plans and all of my life planning and all of that. So I'll flip through those really quickly. And I feel like I say this in almost every planner video, but The notes section is almost always going to be blank when I show it to you because I put post-it notes in this section so that I can take information with me to a meeting or to move it from one week to another week or stick it in my monthly or wherever I need to reference it again later. So those are not in here, but that's why it's not wasted space, I promise. And then this is last week. This is a week that is just ending right now. And then you'll see I've already filled in a lot of my lesson plans for next week because of those monthly lesson plan banks. I was able to literally, guys, I had 45 minutes at the end of the day on Friday, and I did all of this. So that's how awesome monthly planning is. If you haven't gone through my lesson planning made awesome course, it's free. It's sent straight to your email. I encourage you to check it out if you haven't already. So that's my little plug for lesson plans because seriously, guys, it has made my life so much easier. So all of this is my weekly pages. This is a little magnetic clip. If you want something similar, I get asked about this all the time. I got this years ago at Walmart on clearance. The closest thing I found, if you look for Ollie clip, I think it's spelled OLLI clip. They have them at the Container Store and they're pretty much the same thing. This is my parent contact log, which I've already started filling out. And then, guys, I found a music sub. She's actually a music ed student, so she's only available this year until December, which is really sad. But at least I have someone for right now, which has not happened in years. And then I do keep track of, I just keep a little tally of how many sick and personal days. I put here how many I have because sick days I do carry over from year to year. And then I have a tally over on this side to keep track. This I have not filled in yet. If you search on my blog for sub-lesson organization, you'll find that I do keep track of the lessons that subs teach in the actual sub plan folder itself, but I do keep track of it at home in case I'm trying to decide what lesson the sub needs to teach next from my house. But I haven't gone back. I have taken a couple of days off for sickness, but I haven't filled those in yet. I have filled in these sheets, but I put in some blank versions just because it's going to be a pain to cover up this whole thing just to show you. But the IEPs, I fill all this in. This is amazing to have. I only fill in the ones that, are things that I really need to be able to reference. If it's something as simple as, they have vision problems and so they need to sit near the front, like I know that. I don't need to write that down every year. But all of the things that are kind of more complicated or are really important for me to stay on top of in the music room, I write down. And same thing with medical information. My wish list, I will fill out more throughout the year. I just cleared my wish list from last year. I'm going to start some more Donors Choose projects, but I'll start adding more things here as we go. And then I get into my business section, which I can't really show you either, but I will show you this sheet. I did another video before that showed how you can use these sheets. They're really awesome for just taxes and everything else, even if you don't have a side business. So I encourage you to go look up the business planner video on my YouTube channel. And then I'm going to skip my contacts and birthdays that I have in here and go to my cleaning list. Confession, I haven't filled this out yet. I decided I was going to change up my cleaning schedule this school year, and September just totally got away from me. So hopefully I'll be doing this soon. We'll see. If you've known me for any amount of time, you know cleaning is my arch nemesis. So yeah, But hopefully we'll come back to that. And I have this, as you can see, it's kind of shiny. It's laminated on this side with a one-sided laminating sheet so that I can check it off with a wet erase marker and then come back and wipe it off when I start a new month or I start a new year or half year or whatever. And then I got blank versions of these two so I could show you my home section. This I honestly don't use as much anymore, but it is kind of nice. I don't know. I probably don't need it. And then I do have a list of all my different medical and utility providers, because there's always some time when you have to fill out a form and you don't have the information in front of you. It's a lot easier if you have it written down. And then I have various notes of different things in some plain notepad paper in the back. And then I have a bunch of other forms from school and things. If it's anything that I need to reference, but I'm not going to keep it all year, I'll put it in this back pocket. So I think that is everything in my planner. So that's going to be the end of this video. Be sure to check out my blog post where this video will be posted as well with 3 or 4 other questions related to planners. I'll be answering each question with a video, and then I'll have links to resources and more of a written explanation for each one as well. So head over to my blog, CaldwellOrganizedChaos.com, and look for my post Q&A for planners. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.